Hey, today I want to talk about the unspoken rules of marketing your bookkeeping business. Now, this is a really important thing, and I wish that when I had known and when I'd started my business, I had someone to tell me these different things because I had to figure all this stuff on my own. Now, it didn't take me that long to go and get to like a six-figure business. Took me about 14 months in total to get to like 15 grand a month in sales for bookkeeping and CFO services. And this is back, I started 2015, it took me about till middle of like 2016 to hit that milestone. So this video will be something that can just take you there exponentially well. Now, I'm not guaranteeing just by watching this video, you're going to be at, $15, $20, $30,000 a month. If it was that easy, everyone would watch YouTube videos and make it. The thing that separates most people is working alongside someone that knows what they're doing, that can pull you ahead way further, right? So these videos are great. It's going to give you a lot of information. It's going to help you kind of move forward and take those steps. But if you really want to go and have the best chance of reaching your goals, I invite you to go and find some sort of mentorship program. I always recommend our mentorship program. I'm really biased about that, right? But there's a lot of different things you can try and different things that you can go and like learn and you can work through. So let's go. First and foremost. So, number one, okay, marketing must either make messaging easier, it must build a bond through storytelling, or it must educate clients on elements of bookkeeping and business that they did not previously know. Now, also, another thing that marketing should do is create new belief patterns necessary for the purchase of your service. Now, I'm kind of looking at my phone because I like preparing more notes nowadays than what I used to. So I'm going to be like looking back and forth notes. So in terms of make messaging easier. So when you're first getting started, the easiest thing is going to be like virtual networking. Now, when we say virtual networking, what do we mean? So whenever you go, let's say in-person networking, you find an event, you go there, you start conversations, and you invite people to a sales consultation call, right? So virtual networking is the same thing. You find a place where people who are business owners are gathering. You start conversations with people on the side, which is like your direct messenger. Then you invite them to a sales consultation call. Same thing, same process, just done virtually. And the reason why it's better than doing real in-person networking is because it never has to turn off. You can do as much as you want. And you can do it from like the comfort of your home, your phone, or your car. So it just makes things a lot more convenient. And you can really choose the caliber of the people that are inside the room, right? Because like a lot of times you go to a real networking, you're just kind of like, you're at the mercy of the actual room itself versus online. So I can create the room. You can even text like Bill Gates on Twitter if you wanted to, right? That's something that that was a thing in the news a long time ago, that like Bill Gates was managing his own Twitter and people could actually directly talk to him. Now, it should make messaging easier. So if you're going to be using marketing and making content, it should be that every single time that you message someone like, oh, hey, I like you a little bit more than last time because I read some of your content or I watched a video of yours or listened to a podcast you did and I like you a little bit more, right? So in order to start getting people to like you a little bit more and start separating yourself from competitors, okay, number one, it should be building a bond through storytelling. So there's a lot of different types of stories you can tell. The ones that are most effective are stories about your past life, even outside of business. Like, how did you grow up? Did you have, one parent? Did you have two parents? Did you have adopted parents? Were you in the foster care? Like, tell the story about who you are as an individual, because a lot of people can relate to stories, even if you don't think they can. And the more they know about you, the more that they feel like they can trust you, and the more they feel connected to you. So if you're only doing like posts where it's like 10 tips about why you should hire a bookkeeper, it's not bad. It's just not going to be as effective as it could be if you start mixing this new type of post in, right? Stories about yourself. Now, I think a lot of people kind of get nervous because like, well, I haven't really done anything like impressive in my life. Okay, that's okay. You're not trying to coach, like be like a coaching business. Like for example, for a coaching or mentorship program, like you generally have to be able to show that you're ahead of the people that you're coaching, right? But if you're doing bookkeeping, you're generally going to be working with business owners that are much more, much further ahead than you. So you're not going to be able to win a contest of trying to show them that you're a multimillionaire if you're not, right? If they're worth $10, $20 million, it's not going to have the same effect. So instead, you need to just kind of talk about your life in general because there's a lot of relatability in the everyday life that most people have. Cool. Next thing. So another way to separate yourself from your competitors is by educating clients on elements of bookkeeping and business that they don't already know. Okay, so what did we just talk about? Usually the business owners are going to be much further ahead in their business career than what you are, right? They're in a lot of cases, can have a bigger business, bigger team, have more money, make more money, be wealthier than you. But one thing that you have that they don't necessarily have is advanced knowledge in bookkeeping or accounting. Now, if you're still learning bookkeeping and accounting, that's okay. We can always teach you inside our mentorship program how to come across a little bit more experienced so that the business owners respect your existing skill level. But even though these business owners might know more than you about business in general, you know more about how the business is affected by bookkeeping and what the results and outcome of bookkeeping are and will do for the clients. So not only can you start talking about, okay, well, if we have clean books, we can do X, Y, Z. Like, we can know how do we advertise further, right? And like, you can kind of like make posts about like, if you get this element of your bookkeeping clean, then you can go and do this in your business. And then this is what it look like when you actually have clean books. That's educating them on like what could be possible if they go and do a really good job with this bookkeeping service. Another element that you can do as far as like bookkeeping is like kind of telling people like what are some of the hidden benefits of bookkeeping that most people don't think about, right? And this element of accounting, don't think it has to be like this groundbreaking information, because there will come a point to when you're talking to a sophisticated enough business owner to where like even though they can't do the bookkeeping themselves, they already know basically the benefit of why it is. So don't feel like you have to make like this like amazing post, and if it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread, no one's going to respect you, it's not going to get any clients. It's not about that. Remember, the key goal of the posting, right, was to make your virtual networking easier. So in a lot of cases, you can make it easier just by having more content out that people can see over and over and over again. That's it. Next thing, creating new belief patterns necessary for your business owners to purchase your service. So this is a lot of stuff, and like I don't necessarily know if we're going to go into super detail in this video, but one thing you can do is you can actually teach people how to think or frame you and your service in a way that makes it more preferable or more of a logical decision to work with you versus anyone else, right? So we're kind of doing that with the first thing, which is like the emotional story, so we're mostly connecting them to you. Then logically we're showing that you know what you're talking about to a certain degree. And then once you have that, within each of those posts, there are things that you can put in order to like get people to take action. We'll give you an example. One is like an identity frame. So you can help someone create an identity of like, in order to be a really full stack business owner, you don't only have to just be good at sales and marketing, you also have to be good at hiring, you also have to be good at money management, you also have to be good at like understanding your finances. So within money management and finance and cash flow, if you can actually set the framework, it's like if you don't have a bookkeeper, you're not good at this. So you're never truly going to be a full stack business owner until you also get an understanding of this, or you start working with someone that's further ahead, right? Because like you might have a financial advisor, you might have a lawyer, you might have a CPA, but you're missing this. So how can you be a full stack person if you're missing this? So there's little things that you can kind of do over time where if someone already likes you and trusts you and they're emotionally connected to you, they'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, so that's why I can't get above this certain point. That's why I can't. You're not going to be able to get above, $100,000 a month in your business or $200,000 a month in your business if you don't know how much money you're actually having in the bank or how much profit you're making, right? Because then you don't know how much further can you scale. You don't know how many people you can bring on. You don't know if you're even profitable. And they're like, oh my gosh, there's all these problems. So if I really want to get to that next level, now if I want to go from $200,000 per month to $500,000 a month, right? Then it's like, oh my gosh, I have to change some things. Oh my gosh, maybe I should work with this bookkeeper. Right, so it's like you're giving them little frames and stuff to help them see the world differently. That makes it beneficial and logical for them to work with you. And if you can do it over time, your marketing is just going to just totally drastically change compared to everyone else. Now, that's number one. Okay. Second rule of marketing: do not pay for ads or leads unless you are using money from past clients. Okay, and caveat, if you don't have any clients, then you should not be paying for ads or leads. And some people are like, it's a catch-22, right? It's like, no, it's not. If you cannot go either walk up to someone at a networking event or go online and get someone to be interested enough in your service to pull out their credit card to get started with you, you are not going to be able to make advertising work, at least in the beginning. So like you're going to blow through a lot more cash than what you actually need to, developing the skill sets that you could have developed for free by going to the market and just doing it like organically. Organically just means like free or low cost methods. Now, keep in mind, getting a client from a networking event is drastically different than having a system to get leads on command. So if you notice what I said is you reinvest money from past clients into a methodology that is compatible with how you got your clients in the first place. So if you only get clients from networking event, okay, I would not go online and just start like buying like Facebook ads, okay? I would see how can I go and reinvest in networking. So could I maybe go find a networking event that's in a different city or a different state? Could I go and join a networking group that costs money? Could I join some sort of like organization that has like yearly or monthly meetups, right? So if I'm already good at networking, I try and reinvest in networking. If I get good at LinkedIn and Facebook, okay, and I know how to like find a person, message them, get them on a call, get them to pay me money, okay, well now I can reinvest in a Facebook ad or a LinkedIn ad to get more people to message to do it. So you never want to like go from like one way of getting clients to another. Like you don't want to go from free networking to paid Facebook, or you don't want to go from free Facebook to paid networking. It's just the skill set is slightly different. And yeah, a lot, like, it's not that it's bad, it's just you're just going to waste a lot more money than what you expect. Now, keep in mind, I said do not pay for leads and advertising unless it comes from money from clients. But if it's your savings, I would invest in either coaching or mentorship to help you develop the skill sets needed to get clients for free. So what do I mean by that? So the big difference is once you have spent the money, is the energy lost or is it being stored? So when you invest in advertising or a lead, as soon as you spend the money, the advertising stops or the lead flow stops, right? So it's like you don't really get a long-term return from that. Versus let's say that you go and buy like a course or a mentorship or some kind of training, right? Once that you stop paying, you actually get more and more and more because now you're learning, now you're implementing, now you have the skill sets, maybe you have like video modules you can go back over time. So you're able to retain that more to give yourself a longer runway to go and find success with the information you just learned, right? Versus ads, again, you stop paying, it's done. Now, one caveat about buying courses, a lot of people I've seen, especially recently, is like they buy course on like how to do more bookkeeping, how to do accounting, how to do advisory services. So it's like they buy more education on services and they end up spending like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, but they'll still have no clients. And the reason why is because you should have invested in some kind of thing that would help you go and get clients. I understand why most people buy like the service, like learning bookkeeping stuff, because it's fun, it's easy, it's generally like stuff that you're more interested in. But the stuff at the stage that you're in, where you have 0 clients, is about how do you get clients. That should be your first priority. Those other courses about like how to get better bookkeeping or advisory services or tax prep or whatever, once you have clients and you have sustainable income and your business can thrive and do this thing full time, okay, cool, reinvest in those. Because then you can start offering those new services to your existing clients to then go from like, let's say $10,000 a month to now you can go to $20,000 a month just by offering, tax plans or tax consulting or CFO services to your existing clients, right? But if you do it out of order, it's just not going to work, right? So how I'd be thinking about spending money when I'm starting is invest in myself and my marketing and sales skills. Then I'm going to start buying leads, and then eventually once I have clients, then I'm going to start investing in courses on like advisory or tax planning or different unique or niche versions of accounting. And yeah, you just do things in order, and it's just gonna work so much easier. But yeah, if I could, and like just to lock this point home, when I first got started in business, I spent like $1,500 in the span of like 15 days and got like zero, like never got a return on that money. But nowadays, every time I spend money, I pretty much get a return. Not every single time, but over the long haul, it's like every dollar I spend, I get anywhere between like $4 to like $7 back. So it's like at the stage Once you do things in the right order, you can always get a return. Cool. Third rule about marketing is marketing should get easier over time. So 3 different ways, like basic ways that marketing get easier over time. Document all and every milestone and win that you get from clients. So document all milestones and every win you get from a client. So what do I mean by that? So anytime that you complete a cleanup, anytime, let's say you make a tax plan, anytime that you save someone money, anytime that you find an undeposited check, anytime that someone gives you like a review, every positive text, email, or video, like let's say that you do like a weekly check-in call with your clients, right? I would record every single video. And then you want to store those recordings, store those emails, store those text messages, store those like thank you posts, store a picture of like the thank you card you get inside of a folder in your Google Drive. Now, some people will say, well, I can just save it on my computer hard drive. Things happen on your computer all the time. So like you want some kind of cloud-based storage for your most important file. This is your most important file in your business. It's your win and your proof that you're doing what you say that you're doing. So having some sort of Google Drive so you can use inside of your marketing later. Now, I'll make a future video about how to actually use testimonials in your business over time. But just store them first. First, you want to store them and have them on file. And then we can use them later. Second thing is your content. That's a typo in this note. Your content should be increasingly more and more focused about what you have done for clients that you're currently working with. Okay, now the reason why... Sorry, I looked at the wrong... pulled the wrong notes after I made the change. Okay, so your content should be increasingly about like what are you doing for paid clients. Number one, what it does, it shows that you're in demand. So people want what other people want. So think about why, if you ever go like to like a Coach store at like an outlet mall, or when they're having some sort of like sale or like some sort of like new release. Same thing with like a lot of luxury brands. You ever go to like a mall where it's like some sort of like if you see like Louis Vuitton, if you see like Rolex, if you see like Salvatore Ferragamo, if you see Tiffany's, all in one like location, you're gonna see a lot of lines at the stores, even if there's only 1 or 2 people inside the store. The reason why is because if a line forms, people get curious. Why are people in line? What's inside the store? What's going on? Right, and it creates this like buzz around a person, so you can artificially create that buzz with anywhere between like 1 to 3 clients just by talking about how like, oh, I'm helping this client do this, I'm helping this client do this, I'm helping client do this, blah blah blah, right? So you can actually be the person that caused that buzz for yourself, and all of your content should be like, oh yeah, I did this for a client, or oh yeah, this is also what I did, and yeah, this is what I learned from working with this guy, and yeah, you know. Three things about bookkeeping people understand, like how to manage your cash flow and blah, blah, blah. So one thing you should be doing is learning how much should you actually be ordering with like inventory reports and stuff for Black Friday. One of my clients, you know, we helped them with doing inventory return or inventory turnover report, and it helped them really understand like, okay, so I should be ordering this much for inventory, this is how fast things go, this is why I should only keep like certain SKUs in stock, and this SKU's better, and like blah, like all the person comes away is like, oh wow, you know so much stuff about this, and you helped out this client, so maybe if you helped out this client, you can help me out as well. And then now you have a new person that wants to be your client. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And rather than feel like you have to create new content, you're just documenting what's already going on and just making things easier. Right? So it's less content you have to create. It's just more you have to like just regurgitate on like what actually happened. Now, the third thing is marketing should get easier because patterns start emerging. All internet marketing, and most of business too, but it's easier to kind of see inside of internet marketing, is that it's just pattern recognition, discipline, and time. Okay? So, what do I mean by that? So, whenever someone has a client, they come into our mentorship program, and they're like, okay, how do I get more clients? The first thing I always ask is like, okay, so what industry are your clients in? Like, what is their makeup? What do they care about? What are their pain points? Where did you find them? If it was through a referral, has this referral sent you other people in the past? I'm looking at your past history to kind of make a plan to move forward, because I know that if you've already gotten a client in this very specific way, you can get another client that very specific way. It's just about how do we speed up the process of introduce you to more clients that are just like the one that's already paid you. Right? And the more that you can do this pattern recognition, the faster you grow your business, right? And that's one reason why mentorship program is cool, because I already have all these like pattern recognitions from other students, and then if you already have results of some sort, we can look back at yours. If you don't have any results, it actually is not a bad thing, because we can just put you down the same path as other people, and then you can kind of get similar results as well. Now, so it's all about just, looking at patterns, looking at like what has gone well for other people in the past, or even yourself, and how do we keep replicating that as much as possible. It's almost like being in oil, like you're drilling for oil, right? So my goal is to kind of figure out, okay, say, where is the trickle? Because if I can find the trickle, we can make just a huge inflow. We can have like a just fountain and gush out later, right? And as long as we just do it, we just have to keep taking care of those initial wells to make sure they can keep producing oil for as long as possible. While we're seeing that the wells are starting to become like, as pretty much tapped out, we can start finding multiple wells at the same time. And all our job is to do is just cultivate these wells as long as they're producing, income, or as long as they're producing, clients. And that's all we do online. That's it. That's wealth creation. And then over time, as you keep going to those wells and you keep getting more and more oil, it's going to stack up. And that oil naturally turns into clients, which naturally equals money in your bank account, which over any sustained amount of time is going to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars inside your bank over the next 10 years. Now, depending how long you're going to be in business for, it could be, 100,000 if you only want to be in it for a year. If you want to be in business for the next 10, maybe 15, or even 20 years, you pass on to your kids. This could be the difference of millions and millions of dollars, and you getting to that zone in your place to where you don't even have to think about money, right? That's one reason why I made this mentorship program, was because I wanted to make it to where you do not have to worry or even think about money. If you could implement some of the stuff that we talk about inside this video or other videos inside of our channel, you would be in a very, very, very safe and controlled and free environment in your life, right? I want that freedom for you to be able to travel, to be able to go hang out with your kids, be able to, let's say that you don't want to like spend the day alone because you're working from home. You can have your kids take a sick day, go to like the zoo, or you can go to like the amusement park and just like have a lot of fun and just do what you want to do. Maybe you want to go and build a home from scratch, or maybe you want to go move someplace else. I want to give you the opportunity to be able to go and reach these goals, right? Now, if you want some help doing that, like getting there faster without having to watch a million videos, click the link inside the description below this video to book a call with me to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program, okay? Our mentorship program is not for everyone. We only accept about 10 new people per month, and I wanted to keep it small like that because I wanted to make sure that we can give people the best results possible, and we can make sure that I can have a very active role inside of your success. I take working with people very, very seriously because I want to make sure we can help you go and reach your goals as fast as possible, okay? So if that's you, I'd love to see you on the call. I'd love to see if we can help you out, okay? If it's not you, you're not quite ready, that's A-okay too. I will see you inside of the next video. Have a good one. Bye.